Today we've got Kern joining us in the studio to share how he turns everyday dad life moments into Facebook gold. He has 1 million followers across Meta, with over 400,000 of those on Facebook, on his page, The Kern Family, where he shares the chaos, charm, and everyday magic of life with 3 kids. Let's go meet him. Hi Connor, thanks so much for being on the feed.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us about your journey as a Facebook content creator and what content you love posting.
It's been so fun. It started back when life slowed down a lot, so in 2020. And to be honest with you, the initial idea was to just create a digital scrapbook with the kids, because growing up, I have photos of me when I was little, but I thought if we've just got this online presence that the kids can just go back on and watch all these videos of them growing up, to me that felt like an amazing idea. So the kind of content I love creating is just everyday life. So it could be anything from just having a laugh with my kids, with my wife, or funny things that happen in the day. And I think people enjoy it because it's relatable. But after a couple of years of just having fun and creating these videos, it gained a lot of traction and people just enjoyed watching our videos as much as I enjoyed creating them. And here we are, 5 years later, get to enjoy every day with my kids, have fun, and get paid for it and provide a great life for the kids at the same times.
That is amazing. What Facebook tools or features have you used to build your community on Facebook?
I think it is super important to be checking your professional dashboard every day. If you're trying to make it as a creator, you've got retention rate, which means how long a viewer has been watching your video before they swipe or turn it off, which is super important because you'll get to a certain point where you notice the retention rate has dropped, which means viewers at that point stopped watching. And there's so many other things that you can use checking your demographics. So for example, what ratio from male to female are following you, what age ranges are following you, and their location as well. It helps teach you how to create a good video that's going to perform well. You get used to creating a strong caption, and most importantly, in my opinion, is a very strong hook. So how are you going to really draw them in? If you're starting this a little bit wacky, or you're asking a question, you're going to spark curiosity. That for me is one of the most important parts of creating content, for sure. Grab those people in as soon as you can and keep them there.
You have a hilarious series around having dinner with your kids. Can you tell us about that?
So I literally live this every day, and it's my favorite part because I get to share it with my viewers as well. Every day at the dinner table, there's always interesting conversations, especially when it comes to you've got a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old and what they get up to at school or what their friends are up to. And it just happened one day where there was a funny conversation happening at dinner, and I decided to just prop my phone up and capture this moment. From that moment, everybody just loved it. And I feel like the biggest hit was because it's so relatable. Like I said, the videos that I do post, I'm genuinely having as much fun as everybody watching it. And I think that's why everybody loves it as much as me as well.
It's that authenticity.
Yeah. There's no, there's never a script. There's never, oh, kids do this. I think people would be able to see straight away whether you were almost orchestrating a video.
Tell us about a viral reel that surprised you.
A lot of my viral videos do surprise me because I don't post them thinking, oh, this is going to go viral. One of the most viral moments that did catch me by surprise is when I was just sat on the sofa, and this was shortly after our newborn. My wife was expressing, and it just, to me, it was like, this is non-stop for you, isn't it? Us men really don't know how hard you have it. All I can do is try and support you as much as I can. And it was just me showing that appreciation to my wife. It's just what I do daily. So the fact that it works in our content, it works so well for me because, like I said, it's not a big show. I feel like it resonated with a lot of my followers. Again, going back to them being women, a lot of them. So that really kicked off, and it still is now, actually. You notice when you get a viral video, it still does quite well, a month or 2 months later.
What advice do you have for other Facebook creators?
So definitely staying consistent. That is my biggest advice. And then followed up shortly with just staying authentic. There's been times in the past where when my views have been lower, I've tried to do something different and entertain, and I'm not an entertainer. Being authentic also comes back in the future and makes your life a lot easier when you are a creator as well. I do think about my videos in the future, next week we can go there. But now it's just being myself daily. So they're my 2 biggest parts of advice, I would say. And then my third, but I like to make sure quality of the video is good. A lot of people will argue that quantity is better. And to a certain extent it is, but I feel being consistent and posting at least once a day, that's enough. So it's about finding out what works for you. And my balance now is at least once a day. Sometimes I'm a bit crazy and I post 2 a day, but at the moment I stick with 1 a day. Stay consistent, stay yourself, and the results will come in.
Great.
100%.
That's great. You also do a lot of brand partnerships.
Yes.
Any tips on other creators that want to do more brand deals?
Yeah, definitely. So I feel it's very important to remember that you are trying to work with brands. And now for myself, because we are very family orientated, a lot of our brand deals are they have to be PG because they're around the kids. It's also really important to keep on top of your insights after working with a brand as well, and trying to build a relationship with a brand, because it's great working with lots of different brands, but to try and get a recurring job of them, I feel like is more important. So for example, like after you have worked with a brand, you can share your insights, show what did work, show what didn't work as well, because that helps the brands out as well in future. And obviously building that relationship by giving them feedback of like how the campaign went, how you think it worked, or how you feel like you could improve it next time. It is super important.
That's all such incredible insights and advice for creators. Thank you. As we approach 2026, what are your content plans for next year?
In 2026, I do want to utilize other tools that I haven't properly before, like the Inspiration Hub. I've used it a few times and it has been actually very helpful, but it gives you like topics that are being spoken about at the moment, trends that are obviously doing really well. So for a creator that is trying to get further out there, using that hub would be vital to keep building a community on Facebook. A lot of different platforms have completely different communities, and on Facebook, that's like my safe place right now because it's so positive. And also like for engagement, because it's not just sharing videos, you get to share your status of what you're up to for the day. Even if you just type in, you've got your photos that you can just let people know what you're doing, and of course your reels. So yeah, definitely building a community. That's top of my list. What I absolutely love about the monetization on Facebook is it's all in one place now. It used to be you'd get paid separately, like so ads on reels and certain other aspects, but now it's all in one place. And what I love is that you get paid for everything. Like you could write a status and you're getting paid for it. You could post a story, a photo, everything, and you get paid for it. And it's very easy to read, and the layout, and you get to see where you're making the most money as well, because you get a breakdown. So for me, if I'm making, which I do, the most on the reels, I'm then going to maybe put more effort into the reels to try and scale it and make more. And it's just a great place to be, and obviously monetize. I think it's absolutely amazing. And just focus on enjoying ourselves still, because that's the most important. I feel like it comes through on the video straight away, and if you're not enjoying yourself, people aren't going to enjoy your content.
It's been so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me. I was super nervous at first, but now I feel so comfortable. I wish it was actually longer so I could just talk all day.
That's our update for December. Join us next time for more creator tips. See you next year, but for now, happy holidays.